get this thing on right now. Right from the get-go. No matter who it is, bomber, attack, sail it up. O&D, let's start the fight fast. All right, let's fight for victory. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go!
Touchdown! The Wildcats win!
Northwestern needs a touchdown slant. They've got it! They've got it!
Hi again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Pat Fitzgerald Show. I'm Dave Edit. The Northwestern Wildcats were in a top 25 showdown last Saturday in Madison against the Wisconsin Badgers. And once again, it came down to the final seconds for the Cardiac Cats. Let's take a look at the highlights. Our Grossinger Auto Group first half highlights. The 97th meeting between the Northwestern Wildcats and the Wisconsin Badgers, but the first meeting with both teams ranked since 1995. Third down and 12 Wisconsin from their own 23-yard line. Stave back to throw, pressure up the middle, hit and sacked at the 15 by Deontay Gibson. The senior defensive end with his 7th sack of the season.
You know, early on, I thought we said in the message that our defensive line came to play. And, you know, you saw the line of scrimmage move the way we needed it to defensively, which was encouraging in the run game. And the passing game, you know, we were able to get home with 4 guys a lot. And when you have that going for you, it allows you to have multiplicity in your coverage concepts. It allows you to have confidence that we're going to impact the quarterback. When you impact the quarterback, typically great things happen.
Third down and 4 for their own 16-yard line. Snap to Stave. Here comes pressure again. Hit as he throws. Ball up for grabs and intercepted. The deflected pass intercepted. Nick Van Hoosen down at the 19-yard line. The senior cornerback picks it off.
Well, great rush by Afadi, and then great push inside by Dean and by Max. And Max gets the old off the helmet tip, and Nick makes just an amazing catch. And you know, now we're in business. We've got the short field for the offense, and you know, those first couple drives for the defense, I think, really set the tone for our team. And then to go down and score a touchdown, you know, I thought that might have been the most efficient drive for our offense, regardless if it was short or not. We had really good blocking at the point of attack. Great cut by Justin to get in the end zone, and you know, we seized momentum on the road early in the game against a very good opponent. I mean, that was what we talked about we needed to do. We needed to go up, start fast, get momentum.
6:39 to go first quarter. Snap to Stave, rushes on again. Stave throws short right. McAvoy fumbles the football, and it's scooped up by the Wildcats. And it's Dean Lowry running with the ball. And down of bounds at the 43-yard line of the Badgers. Is in there as well on second down. Stave under pressure, and Stave driven back and sacked. Sacked for a big loss on the play. Fadio Denabo and Dean Lowry collapsing the pocket and surrounding Joel Stave.
Yeah, again, just the effectiveness of our defensive line. I mean, we didn't pressure any of those situations. That was just our front 4 winning their one-on-one battles and somebody getting double teamed. And then also at times they were keeping the running back in to try to chip or double team the defensive end before they went out and released on a route. And, you know, again, just a dominant performance by our defensive line.
Wildcats from the 20 give Jackson running right to the 25-30. Foot race far sideline 40 and shoved out of bounds from behind near midfield by Tanner McAvoy. They'll mark him out at the 48-yard line of the Badgers. Here's the snap. Here's the kick by Mitchell. All the way, plenty of distance. The kick is good. And the Wildcats will take a 10-point lead to the locker room at halftime. 10-0. Still to come, we'll show you the crazy ending to the game and hear from the team afterwards. Plus, Clayton Thorson stops by to talk about his freshman season. Keep it here.
The new TLX from Acura. Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
I can't find my Discover card. Wait, I can freeze my account.
Introducing Freeze It from Discover. It allows you to prevent new purchases on your account in seconds if your card is misplaced.
Not here.
And once you find your card, you can switch it right on again.
Hey, you're back.
Freeze It, only from Discover. Get it at discover.com.
Hi, I'm Rob Patter, owner of Evanston Subaru in Skokie, inside Ryan Field at Northwestern University. I'm proud to sponsor Northwestern Athletics again this season with our award-winning lineup of all-wheel drive Subarus. Like the new Subaru Outback, the Subaru Forester, and the Subaru XV Crosstrek. Evanston Subaru in Skokie on Oakton at McCormick.
Are you ready to go? How's the hip?
I think you know that we have to take this one plant at a time. It's really the only way that Eunice Fellman knows how to garden. We have got a lot of great bulbs, strong perennials. I am looking forward to a great season and can't wait to get back out onto the field. So thank you and good night.
Eunice!
The place that impacts you every day is the place you call home. Which is why we've made your home our home too. Northwestern Medicine now offers world-class care at over 60 locations close to you to make an impact every day.
Game is tied at 67. Cats will hold for the final shot and try to win it. Over down to 9, down to 8. Depps with 7, with 6, with 5. Depps stops, puts up a jumper. Good! That's the ball game. The Wildcats win. The Wildcats win. An unbelievable game.
It's time to play Head to Head, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. This week, how many superheroes can you name in 15 seconds? We've got a battle of the linemen today. First up, senior Jeff Mogus to represent the O-line.
Superman, Batman, Iron Man, Hulk, Wonder Woman, Wolverine, Captain America, Thor, Ant-Man.
All right, 9 for Jeff. Let's see if CJ Robbins can do better.
Superman, Batman, Flash, Iron Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Thor, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Rogue, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Storm, Professor X, Beast.
16 for CJ. The defensive line wins this week. Thanks for joining us on Head to Head, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings.
Welcome back to the Pat Fitzgerald Show, everybody. The Northwestern Wildcats led the Wisconsin Badgers 10-0 at halftime Saturday at Camp Randall Stadium. Let's get back to the highlights, our Discover Card second half highlights. Both teams are back on the field here at Camp Randall Stadium, Madison, Wisconsin. So here we go, third quarter from Camp Randall. Ball in the air, a high, short kickoff taken by Schuler at the 13 along the numbers 20, 25, accelerates across the 30. They punch 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, 4th down and 1. The snap and the give to Warren Long, and nope, he's not going to get it. Stacked up.
Just trying to be aggressive. Again, we were in no man's land. You know, you can punt it and play field position, but I just felt like the way we were moving the football, that could have been a big catalyst to a touchdown if we got that first down.
And Stave to throw it again here on first down. Has time, winds up, going deep for Peavy. And it's caught inside the 10, and down it's going to be 1st and goal. Golly in motion, the give is Clement. Clement cuts left to the 5, reaching for the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Corey Clement on a 9-yard touchdown run to the Badgers.
You know, we gave away momentum. But at the same time, all the things that happened on that drive, we could correct and we could fix, and that's what we talked about with the defense when they came over. And this is where I think both defenses really settled in. I mean, it was like body blow after body blow after body blow defensively. It was tough sledding for both offenses, and you know, it basically became like a ping pong match going back and forth, just trying to gain an extra yard here or there in the kicking game, and you know, for the most part, we were able to do that.
Under just got it away. Low wobbler, hits it to 35. Erickson picks it up on a hop, and Erickson breaks a tackle, and Erickson on the run. Erickson with one man to beat to the 50, 45, and he's going. Let's see, they're going to roll him down, I believe. They're rolling him down back at the 24. He's in the end zone.
The receiver gave an invalid fair catch signal. The ball be placed at the spot of the reception.
And so my reaction was I was going to take a timeout and challenge the call because it would have been obviously overturned if it was a touchdown based on the rule. So right call, tough call for them, but the right call in the framework of the rules.
And Stave straight back to throw. Here comes pressure. Stave is headed set, fumbles the football, and the Wildcats have it at the 37-yard line. Fourth turnover today by Wisconsin, the strip sack. Big play right here. Here is the snap. And high end over and kick. Cats are there to down it, keep it in there, and they down it inside the 5 at the 2-yard line.
Felt like if we could pin them in deep, we were going to get 1st and 10 on the plus 50. So it was the old decision. Do you go for it? Don't like it. Do you kick it? Low percentage kick. Let's go play and play to our strength, which was defense at that point in the game. And thank goodness Matthew Harris made a spectacular play on the goal line, and great punt by Hunter.
3rd down and 2 for the Badgers. Stave back to throw. Stave guts it over the middle. Intercepted by the Wildcats. It's Walker. Walker at his feet at the 20. And down goes Anthony Walker.
Anthony got a great drop into right into the throw lane, and I'm not sure Joel saw him. And would have liked to see Anthony stay up the boundary. He tried to do a little bit too much on that play, but nonetheless, great catch by Anthony, and now we're back in business in the scoring zone.
Sailor, the snap, the kick on the way. Low end over end kick is good. And finally, the Wildcats get back on the board with 4 minutes exactly to go in the game.
Yeah, you know, Jack has been great as a 4th quarter kicker, and you know, we needed those points. They were critical. That was a big response by Jack, and proud of him the way that he did it.
Northwestern 23, Stave back to throw. Stave down the middle of the field, caught inside the 5, touchdown. Fumagalli.
After further review, the receiver was down at the 1-yard line.
There's no doubt that you know, Fumagalli was down at the 1. And now you got an interesting scenario. We expected either sprint out, which we got, or quarterback sneak.
And Stave back to throw, rolls to the right, being chased. Now he throws to the end zone, touchdown.
We had bad eyes on the break, but Nick didn't give up on the play. Young man has the ball in his hands, and Nick punches on the ball, and the ball moves.
Further review, the receiver did not complete the process of the
Wow.
catch. He's 2nd down at the 1-yard line.
Snap to Stave. Stave is going to be hit, sacked back outside the 10. Clock moving, 16 seconds to go.
Huge sack on 2nd down. Didn't execute the coverage the right way. They had a good call on. We didn't execute it. So if it wasn't for the sack, we may have been in trouble there. You know, now the quarterback is out. Took a timeout, and then we talked about it with the guys. What do you want to run? They said what they want to do. Then we said, all right, here's where we think they're going to go. And they pretty much went where we thought they were going to go.
So here we go, 4th and goal at the 11. Ball game on the line. Down to this play with 6 seconds left. Houston in the gun. Snap to Houston. Houston rushes on, throwing to the end zone. Incomplete. 2 seconds to go. McAvoy, the intended receiver. Thorson touches the knee down. This ball game is over, and the Wildcats have come into Camp Randall Stadium for the first time since 2000. They have won here over the Wisconsin Badgers.
Taking a look at the final numbers from a 13-7 win, Justin Jackson led the way on offense with 139 yards and a touchdown. But the defense was really the story of the game. Deontay Gibson had 3 sacks and added another tackle for loss, while the Wildcat defense forced 5 turnovers and held the Badgers to minus 26 rushing yards. Time now to go inside the victorious locker room. This is your Northwestern Medicine Inside Look.
That's fight, man. And that's fight. I mean, we got guys out. We got guys stepping up. We got our backs against the wall. We got guys fighting all the way to the finish. All the way to the finish. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it was awesome. You got guys like Dean and CJ and Lanny, those that hold down the front, man. It makes our job a hell of a lot easier. So we just wanted to prove to Wisconsin, the rest of the Big Ten and the nation that we're a great defense, and I think we got that done today.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fourth quarter. That's been a huge part of our success this year, just finishing games and having that competitive edge in the last few minutes of the game. So I think as a defensive line, we can say affecting the quarterback is a big part of that. So when you affect the quarterback in the fourth quarter and it's a close game, it's a tough for your opponent to win the game.
After the break, redshirt freshman quarterback Clayton Thorson joins us. Find out what he's learned during his freshman season next. Welcome back to the Pat Fitzgerald Show. I'm Dave Ennett, joined here at Ryan Field by the quarterback for the Wildcats, the redshirt freshman, number 18, Clayton Thorson. You've had a lot of big moments on this field this year, Clayton. What stands out as you look back on your freshman season?
There's been a lot of exciting times, a lot of close games. It's been really fun to play with these seniors, like Dan and other guys, just to play for them. I think that's one thing that I've really liked is that I can help them have a great senior year just because they've given me so much and other guys so much. But yeah, these close games, Penn State, Stanford, obviously that first win is pretty sweet.
Well, yeah, let me take you back to that first win here against Stanford. You have the big touchdown run, 42 yards, I believe. At that moment, did you kind of feel like, okay, yeah, I've shown that I belong here?
Yeah, it was good. I felt like, all right, I can play with these guys. I'm as fast as them or faster than most of them. So I think at that time I felt pretty comfortable.
You obviously had to go out and win the job. It wasn't handed to you, and you guys had a spirited competition in fall camp. Did you feel going in, all right, I've prepared myself for this moment, I know what I have to do, and now it's just a matter of going out and doing it?
Definitely. Matt and Zach have been a big help throughout this whole process, and we were battling throughout the spring and into the fall camp. But they've been a huge help for me in that sense as well. But yeah, I felt comfortable, going into it, and I just felt like this is just another thing I got to prepare for, and I think that's what happened.
Once you got onto the field and got into the games and got into some tough venues, I mean, you're playing at Michigan in front of 100,000 plus. Was there ever a moment where you're like, wow, this is a little bit different than I expected?
I think there was points where I was like, wow, this is pretty cool, going into Nebraska, having them have that Husker walk, and at Michigan, 110,000 fans watching a top 20 matchup. I think at times I was like, this is pretty cool. But then you just focus on those 120 yards. And I think once you do that, it all slows down for you.
One thing we've seen from you towards the tail end of the season a couple of times, game-winning drives. You did it at Nebraska. You guys had to put a drive together in the fourth quarter. In fact, you put a couple of them together against Purdue, tie game. You take the team down the field. You had two big runs in that game. Did you become more comfortable in those late game situations?
I definitely did. I hadn't been in those situations, obviously, in college yet. But we prepare for those situations in practice, and having those situations as a freshman is huge. And just moving forward in situations like at Nebraska and here at home, I think that's big for me and my process moving forward.
Is there one win that stands out? I mean, the win here, your first one against a nationally ranked Stanford team. The win here, the win at Nebraska, obviously was huge. Walking off that field with a victory, or any of the wins here at home.
I think those two really stick out to me. Stanford obviously being the first game of the season, and against a team like Stanford, who's had so much success this year and in the past, just to come out and beat them, in my first game and our team's first game is huge. And then the Nebraska game, our offense kind of sputtering a little bit, but having kind of a shootout there, scoring 30 points and beating Nebraska in a place like that, it was pretty cool.
Coach has used the term unflappable to describe you. Is that accurate?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're pretty calm?
Yeah, I like to think when something bad happens, I can move on to the next play. And I think I've done that this year, and I got to continue to do that.
Well, you guys are going to get ready to play a bowl game now, and as you look down the road here in a matter of weeks, anything that you're going to change looking towards the bowl? Or you just kind of lean on guys like CJ and Dan and some of the older guys who've been through this before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I need to really change. Like you said, lean on those senior guys who know the process leading up to a bowl game, know what happens, when we're not in the dorms anymore, and I think it's just leaning on them and just preparing for our next opponent.
Well, congratulations on great freshman season, great season for the Cats, and good luck in the bowl game.
Thanks, Dave.
Clayton Thorson, quarterback of the Wildcats. We'll have more on the Pat Fitzgerald Show. Don't go away.
Why buy last year's model when you can buy a new 2016 for the price of a new 2015 now at Grossinger Autoplex? That's right, the new 2016s are here, and Grossinger Autoplex has this 2016 ATS now just $269 a month with zero down. And right now, this 2016 Cadillac SRX is just $349 a month with zero down. New 2016s are in stock now, and Grossinger's priced them low. Only at Grossinger Autoplex in Lincolnwood and GrossingerAutoplex.com.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
new TLX from Acura.
Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
47-yard field goal attempt. Every Wildcat player standing, every fan standing for the win. The snap, the placement, kick by Wazalewski all the way, and overhead kick is up and good! The field goal is good, and the Wildcats come right back in absolutely unbelievable fashion.
Game is tied at 67. Cats will hold for the final shot, try to win it. We're down to 9, down to 8. Depps with 7, with 6, with 5. Depps stops, puts up a jumper. Good! That's the ball game. The Wildcats win. The Wildcats win. An unbelievable game. All right, here we go. Second down and goal. Wisconsin at the 1. Wildcats lead it. 13-7. Snap to Stave. Stave is going to be hit. Sack back outside the 10. Clock moving. 16 seconds to go. Deontay Gibson, his third sack today. 5th sack of the day for the Wildcats. Has this been a crazy final minute or what? 6 seconds left. And the Badgers facing third down and goal, but now at the 11-yard line on the Wildcats. Welcome back to the Pat Fitzgerald Show. The final week of the regular season is here, and the Wildcats face in-state rival Illinois Saturday in the annual battle for the Land of Lincoln Trophy. The Fighting Illini are 5-6 on the season after losing to Minnesota last week. Interim head coach Bill Cubitt's team is led by junior quarterback Wes Lunt. The Oklahoma State transfer is averaging 230 passing yards per game. Saturday's contest is a road game for Northwestern, but the Wildcats don't have to travel far. The game will be played at Soldier Field.
I think the guys will be excited, you know. I think they'll really be excited. We've played, our seniors have played in some pro venues, and it's pretty cool. We've got a handful of guys who are going to get a shot and an opportunity to play on Sunday. And to say that you played your last regular season college football game in a pro venue, that's pretty cool. And especially on Thanksgiving week, we have so much to be thankful for. 27 great seniors, and you know, this is their last chance to be in a Big Ten game, and I'm just very thankful for them and for their families.
That's all the time we have for this week's episode of the Pat Fitzgerald Show. A reminder, deposits are now being accepted for season tickets for the 2016 Wildcats. For information, call 888-GO-PURPLE or log on to nusports.com. Now for Coach Fitz, I'm Dave Ennett. We'll see you back here next week. And as always, go Cats.